Okay, let's talk about Jamahal Hill versus Jiri Prochazka. Or Jamahal Hill versus Jiri Prochazka. Let's talk about the flaws of both fighters before I get into the positives. Let's go and get these out the way. Jamahal Hill, I feel like he lets the fans get to him so bad. I feel like mentally he's already fighting before he gets to the fight, and that really costs him in terms of his performances. Let's talk about Jiri. I feel like he's so mentally focused. He doesn't take advice from anyone. He doesn't know how to defend himself. And that's a way more crippling weakness than Jamal's. Let's just be honest. Jiri has no defense. He's amazing on the feet, but he gets hit a lot. So it's kind of a weird thing with him. He's decent on the ground, but he's not the best on the ground. And he's really good on the feet, but he's not the best on the feet. Like, Jiri has a lot of weird things going on. But with all that being said, let's talk about the positives. Not too many people in UFC have power like Jamahal Hill. He has that, that that one punch knockout power. He's not that quick, but he is very accurate, and he makes a lot of his shots count. And I have noticed even when he's fighting someone of higher skill, he can still manage to stay at range because he's pretty tall. But that's kind of it for Jamahal Hill. Jiri Prochazka's strengths are even though he doesn't defend himself well, he can take a lot of damage. Now, I don't know how much damage he took in that Pereira fight in terms of, it looked bad. I don't know physically what it did to him. But at the same time, this guy can take a punch and he can take a strike. Because if you could take a head kick from Alex Pereira, you could take a punch from Jamahal Hill. But I wouldn't try to put my chin out there to find out. But I do think Jiri Prochazka has very good striking. He can take a lot of damage, and he's highly technical. That is something that I think Jamahal Hill is going to have trouble with. And I also think Jiri Prochazka is better on the ground. If this goes to the ground, I think Jamahal Hill can have some good ground and pound from above, but he can definitely give that arm up, give that head up, and get choked out. So with all that being said, I'm going to have to edge this to Jiri Prochazka. Now, Jamahal Hill can win this fight. Am I counting him out? No, I'm not counting him out. But more likely than not, I think Jiri Prochazka is going to get this W.
So let me ask you this last question before we end the video here. How do you think Jiri Prochazka gets it done?
I think, I don't see this going to decision. I see maybe Jiri getting a TKO stoppage. I don't see him just straight up knocking Jamahal Hill out. If I see someone get knocked out, it's probably going to be Jiri. I think a TKO stoppage, he can just get he can land a good shot because Jiri is a finisher. Both of these guys are finishers. But Jiri is more of a finisher than Jamahal Hill is. And he could probably, stun him, going for the submission, or just get a TKO in. But I do find, I think he can TKO him and submit him. I think they're like 50-50 on that.